Absolutely.
So, hello,
Hello.
welcome.
Welcome.
In other ways, we could say assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
So, how are you?
I'm great, as you see. And how are you?
I'm doing fine.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think about the weather today?
The weather is good for me. When I was a kid, I didn't like it, but now...
Why is that? Why did it change?
I don't know. When I was a kid, I liked some kind of sunny weather and all the stuff, playing with my
So sunny
friends.
weather equals playing time.
Especially because it was summer. You don't have school and all that stuff. But now,
You hate summer right now.
No, I don't hate it. Of course I don't. I like all the weather.
What is your favorite season?
Honestly, it doesn't matter. It depends on your mood.
Depends
Today, I like this kind of weather.
What about spring?
Spring? Spring is also good. No, as I said before, it doesn't matter for me.
Most of the time, people like spring because it's not too hot and it's not too cold, and it's like flowers are blooming.
I see. Spring, to be honest, is not for me. Because I'm a man who's always like to be on some edge. I like when it's really hot.
Or it's when it's really cold.
Yes, when it's really cold. When you have something special, its own atmosphere, right? But when it's spring, you can see.
So it has to be extreme condition, right? Extreme weather condition.
Kind of. It's not necessary to be extremely hot.
Okay. So I noticed your English is very fluent. Could you tell me more about how did you learn English?
Of course, I learned it I learned it in Rise, of course.
So you studied at Rise?
Yes, I studied for 1 year, and then I became a teacher.
Oh, then you became a teacher. Well, that's amazing. Teaching at this school is quite remarkable.
Absolutely, as you see.
Well done. So why did you learn English to begin with?
To be honest, guys, we have some
technical
We have
issues.
some problem here, but I can do it like that. Or what did you ask?
Yeah, I said what was the purpose? What was the reason to learn English?
When I was a kid, I was a music fan, of course.
Okay.
I was this kind of their culture fan, the American style, especially the South America Western culture, right? Not the South. I mean, not the Argentina. This one. I mean the USA South, right?
Yeah.
Yes, kind of this one. But of course, getting older and older, I understood that it's not so cool. But anyway, the love for English it just stayed because. So many reasons. For example, the origins of reports, articles, it's really interesting. Or, for example, when you're listening to some actors or politicians, when you're watching them, and when you understand their culture, but you can understand their culture only if you know their language. Only if you know their language.
You can interact and understand what
Absolutely,
they mean.
Absolutely. I noticed it when some other people, they were talking about Chechen people, for example, when they were coming, discussing us. And for me, for example, when they're discussing us, we can notice that in some point they are wrong, talking about some kind of things. Why?
Wrong,
Because they don't know our language. They don't know the color of us.
They don't know.
They don't understand, No, the new word is vibe, right? It's how we think. They don't understand it.
Yeah, our lifestyle.
For example, when we're
basically.
talking, they don't know if we're lying or not, if we're sincere or not. But now, when you're watching them, you can understand it, right? For example, you're watching some actor or politician, and you can understand when he's lying.
You know where they're coming from.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's very interesting. Like you mentioned the social aspect, right?
Yeah.
But what if, in a practical, how would you benefit from speaking English or knowing English at this day and time?
You mean my benefits in terms of...
in terms of education, work, so on.
Of course, as I said before, the origins of reports, of articles, of course. For example, 2 days ago, I was searching for some medical stuff, and there are no such articles in Russian. But there is in
English.
American,
so information is widely available more in English, English language.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I have a question for you. How do you think that somebody could benefit from learning English if they are in Chechen basically?
First of all, it's online education, online working, and all that stuff.
So you could take courses online. It's not necessarily have to travel somewhere else in order to benefit from your English.
Absolutely. It's beneficial even if you're living here. Absolutely. And no, it's not just about your working or something. No, it's about your understanding of the word. As I said before, you can understand so many things.
It covers many aspects of our life.
Absolutely. It's not necessary about earning money or something. There are things which are interesting when you don't earn money. Absolutely.
So back then, people maybe couldn't benefit from English that much if they were living in some place that they like they don't use English as a second language or a first language.
Absolutely.
But now time has changed, and because of internet, we have courses online. We have a lot of ways that we could benefit from English knowledge, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. It can be beneficial straightforward, right? You can work somewhere, or you can educate
Even
somewhere,
online, you
or
could work.
It can be beneficial for you, not so straightforward, right? Just for the understanding, right?
Just
for the
okay.
The word you are. Накиньте, маэстро, кругозор, worldview, yes, yes. For the worldview, yes, it is. You know, kind of extending your mindset.
Can you give us a few tips to our viewers on how they could improve their language?
Few tips. Just start.
Is it enough if they just start?
When you do, you understand what to do, right? You just
start. Okay, so tip number 1 is just start.
Absolutely. Then come to school and I will give you all the tips.
Okay, so you have such an amazing teacher at Rise, and
thank you.
You can go directly to him, and he will give you all of his tips.
Thank you.
Thank you for answering the questions. It was great to have you.
Thank you. It's a great honor for me.
Thank you so much.
To sit here. Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.